It's been ending for 𝘘𝙬𝙧.
And the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. That's not what you want, and I'm sure it's something he's well aware of.
Now let's take a look at Phoenix's opening lineup. KD and Nurkic are the big men for him. Tyus Jones is out there with Devin Booker, and it's Beal in at the 3. And for Philadelphia, Oubre is at the 2 with George playing the 3. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then it's 𝗵𝘁, and it's 𝗵𝘆𝘂 in at the 4. And it's going to be the Sixers off the tip. Grant, you think it's too early in the season to try and forecast where teams are going to end up?
You know, B.A., yes and no. I think we have a handful of teams whose fates might already be determined, but we always have a couple of surprise teams that come out of nowhere. That's what makes the season so much fun to watch.
Jones with the ball. Outside Booker. Let's go with a 3. It's rebounded by George. Oubre against Booker. 𝗵𝘆𝘂. It doesn't go for him. Ooh, Durant with some nice D. Booker, the pass to Beal. He takes it in. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
This guy, a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Now 𝗵𝘁. His last outing, he had 18 points. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Nick Nurse, and he let me in on their strategy for Devin Booker. He said no easy shots for Booker tonight. We only want him taking off-balance, tough looks. At least, that's our hope. Sounds like they'll be throwing everything they can at Booker defensively, B.A.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Philadelphia shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And Grant, I know you played a part in Embiid's decision to join Team USA.
Yeah, B.A., I spent a lot of time talking to Joel Embiid and convincing him to play for us in the U.S. men's national team.
And so he makes both from the line. Well, the last 4 years have been a wild ride in Phoenix.
Let's talk about it, B.A. 2021, up 2-0 in the finals, lose the series. 2022, win 64 games, look like a juggernaut, get bounced in the second round. 2023, new owner and the KD trade. 2024, swept in the first round. A crazy stretch.
And so it's George with it. He brings it up for the 76ers. They want to keep rolling here, following the win against Brooklyn.
And it wasn't just their starters putting in work. Their backups were real spark plugs on offense.
One thing we know, great teams in the NBA get production off the bench, and that was critical that night.
Yeah, this is what sets Embiid apart from other bigs. That mid-range game is on point.
Here's Beal. Embiid with a steal. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. And stolen by Durant. Beal outside. Pass to Nurkic. George over to help. Durant finds Jones. And that comes off the assist by Durant. Jones has got 6.
Well, what we know is Tyus has always been an efficient player as a passer and as a shooter.
Here's 𝗵𝘆𝘂, and here's Embiid, defended by Nurkic. Embiid inside. Nurkic is there. Embiid misses. Now here's Jones. 𝗵𝘁 covering. Jones, the pass to Durant. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Talk about hitting the ground running. 4 for 5 to start.
And so it's 𝗵𝘁 with it. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. It's a 5-point game. Out of bounds. It'll be Phoenix's ball. Let's take a look at the Western Conference standings now that the new year is upon us. You take a look at the Suns. So far, this hasn't been the season they were hoping for, and time is of the essence.
I think for the Suns, They've really been floundering so far. I mean, I think everyone is really surprised at what a struggle it's been.
You hit it on the head. And they have a bunch of individual pieces that simply don't fit together. And it's led to a hugely disappointing season.
For Philadelphia, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Puts it up. And off the left side of the rim, it swirls in for him.
He deked the defenders there, and they thought 𝗵𝘁𝘂 was going to dish to a big, but instead, he kept it and scored.
Here's Booker. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Well, Grant, if you talk about consistent top-level scores, Devin Booker is near the top of that list.
Yeah, and going back to the 17-18 season, Devin has averaged at least 25 points every year. Book can create his own shot and finish. It's hard finding guys who can do both.
That free throw, no good. Drafted as a 19-year-old back in 2015 by the Suns. Devin Booker has a special connection with Phoenix, Doris.
BA, they absolutely love Devin Booker in the Valley of the Sun. He's been with the Suns his entire career, and basically it's a fan base that has watched this young man grow up. And when you think over the long history of this organization, when you mention the best players in team history, there is no doubt he is part of that conversation.
Well, this was a big summer for the 76ers, Grant, trying to capitalize on their championship window with superstar Joel Embiid.
You're spot on, BA. Acquiring the talent that might allow him to save himself for the home stretch. Of course, last year's playoffs, he battled heroically, but ideally, they'd like him much closer to 100% come the postseason.
Now here's Nurkic. No made baskets yet. And Doris, at 7 feet tall and almost 300 pounds, Jusuf Nurkic often is the biggest human on the court.
BA, we might as well refer to him as the immovable object. This guy has slimmed down. He's in incredible shape. But Nurkic is an old-school big, and he is a force to be reckoned with around the rim, not just because of that size and strength, but because of his skill as a passer and a finisher.
First free throw is good. Well, Grant, the Suns were swept in the first round last year. Are super teams a thing of the past, you think?
You know, perhaps, BA. The Suns had KD, Booker, and Bradley Beal, but the constraints of the salary cap mean you end up a little top-heavy. The rest of the roster was tough for them to fill out.
Well, you love the competitiveness you get nightly from Jusuf Nurkic. The other thing you love is commitment to team, willing to back up teammates.
Now here's Jones. He's got 6. Beal outside. Nails it from 3. Beal's got 5 points.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Pass to Embiid. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
2 strong points from Embiid. His MO is to own the painted area.
And so it's Phoenix with it. 6-point lead. They're moving on after a tough loss they took at the hands of the Pacers.
It really just wasn't a fun game for them. Their offense looked stagnant, and they couldn't get anything going.
I thought they were outworked and outplayed in just about every phase of the game. Maybe that's one of those situations where you say, hey, let's move on.
𝗵𝘁𝘂 passes to George. Back to 𝗵𝘁𝘂. Embiid is screen on Jones. For 3, 𝗵𝘁𝘂. Here's Embiid. That bucket makes him 3 for 5.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
Jones, the pass to Nurkic. Outside Durant. Oubre against Booker. 6 to shoot. From down in the low post, it goes. Booker's got his second basket of the game.
Well, a guard has got to come with physical intensity on the interior, and Devin Booker does just that.
76ers trail by 8. George outside. Over Beal. And George with the basket on the assist by 𝗵𝘁𝘂. 𝗵𝘁's got 3 assists now in this one. Outside Jones. Pass to Durant. Jones sets a screen. Joel Embiid with the board.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
Now here's Embiid. He had 28 points in the win against the Nets in Brooklyn.
Terrific all-around effort. He did a great job of creating for himself and others.
It's stolen by 𝗵𝘁. Yabusele. Oh, wow!
This team trusts 𝗵𝘁 to make good decisions with the ball.
Once again, an explosive highlight on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Yabusele. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Booker, the pass to Nurkic. Jones with the ball. Fires the 3. Joel Embiid with the board. Embiid's got 4 rebounds in the game. Pass to George from the corner. And again, it's Philadelphia.
Boy, nice job by Paul George to make himself available. Gets to his spot and gets it off quickly.
And so it's Jones who brings up the ball for the Phoenix Suns. Here's Nurkic. Now here's Booker. Clock at 6. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Booker's got 7 points.
Well, efficiency is everything, right? So far in this one, this guy has been on the money.
Oubre against Booker. Now here's Oubre. Not a lot of room. Booker with the defensive effort. Phoenix leading by 4. Outside Durant. Jones with a screen on 𝗵𝘁. For 3, Durant. No luck on that one. Philadelphia has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Oh, Booker with a block. In transition, here they come. Durant's shot is off.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Oubre against Durant. Talking about Tyrese 𝗵𝘁, Grant, here's a guy who's improved every year.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, from averaging 8 as a rookie to 26 points during his breakout 4th year, 𝗵𝘁 has added to his game every offseason and turned himself into an elite scorer.
The first one falls.
You really can't understate the energy 𝗵𝘁 brings to his game. Not just effort level, but his attitude and how that spreads to his guys out there.
O'Neal, he's checked in for the Suns. Allen comes in for Jones. Both free throws good from 𝗵𝘁.
2-part equation. You have to be aggressive enough to get to the line, then talented enough to sink them.
Outside Durant. Pass to Booker. Durant with a screen on 𝗵𝘁. Booker fires from way outside. Off target on the outside leaner. The 76ers have gotten 8 of 16 attempts to fall. Here's 𝗵𝘁. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. And it's going to go on Devin Booker.
And just a very well-built guard. You know, 𝗵𝘁 is so hard to slow down around the rim.
Shoot 2.
That free throw's good from 𝗵𝘁. The Suns making a switch here. Morris is checked in. That one drops. He ties it up. And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
In their last game against this opponent, they secured the win because their second unit really stepped up.
Certainly something to keep an eye on. We'll see how the rotations go this time out. Every night it seems to be different.
And let's take a look now at some numbers for Joel Embiid.
Through the last 10 games, we've seen his rebounding numbers start to slide. He's not being as aggressive on the glass, not like he was earlier on in the season. He needs to get that fire back.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
You gotta love Tyrese Maxey's approach to the game. He said, quote, "I really have a simple life. I have this joy about playing basketball. I like putting in the work, so I'm extremely focused, extremely competitive, and I'm out here having the time of my life. I get to do what I love every single day, and it's a blessing," unquote. Brian, he's such a positive guy.
Yeah, he really is. Thanks for that, Allie. Sinks the tray.
KD, if you allow him to spot up, the easy money sniper will not miss.
Drummond to screen on Morris. Morris against Maxey. Ooh, good work defensively by Morris.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Maxey with it, picked up by Allen. Ooh, Durant with a steal. And now the Suns fast break with the floater. Not going to go that time. Some solid defense from Maxey. 76ers trail by 3. Now here's Lowry. He's scoreless. Martin outside. Lowry with a screen on Nurkic. Out to Lowry. Puts up a 3. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Not a shoot-first point guard, but make no mistake, Lowry can shoot from range consistently when given the opportunity.
And so Morris will bring it up for Phoenix. There's a minute 34 left to play in the first quarter. Durant for 3. He buries it from 3. Durant's got 9 points.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Now here's Maxey. 6 points for him. And it's in there.
Oh, a high motor in close to the rim. Maxey finding a window and converting. .107 left in the opening quarter.
Pass to Morris. Now O'Neal. He's guarded by Martin. Durant surveying the D from the arc. Rebound by Philadelphia.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Drains the triple.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Now here's Durant. He's coming off a 25-point game against Indiana.
And you know, guys, the other thing I really appreciated about his effort in that game was the effort and work on the glass. What a well-rounded performance.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for, consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Embiid, he's checked in for the Sixers. Gordon comes in for Maxey. Plumlee's checked in for Phoenix. Bradley Beal comes in for Allen. Well, Doris, you look back over the history of the NBA, hard to find a better scorer than KD.
Oh, B.A., he is unequivocally on the short list of the greatest scorers the league has ever seen. You think about guys, when you think about KD, guys that can create their own shot and hit from anywhere on the floor. You couple that with the size and the release point and the skill with the ball. Kevin Durant is a problem, folks.
Martin outside. Three-pointer Embiid. And Philadelphia hits again from deep. Oh, another lead change. 6 total in the first half.
And this is the battle we were hoping to see.
Joel Embiid, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Philadelphia. 11 points in the quarter. He's on fire. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And looking at what we've seen from Philadelphia, what do you guys think?
Defensively, their gambles are paying off, jumping passing lanes and pressuring ball handlers.
And a few of those led to quick scores at the other end. Really active first quarter for them.
And so, in the game for Phoenix, they've got Bradley Beal. He's out there with Monte Morris. Royce O'Neal is out there with Mason Plumlee. And it's Dunn in at the power forward. Now here's Morris. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Pacers in Indianapolis. The Sixers leading. Lowry surveys the D. Pass to Embiid. Over Plumlee. Embiid's shot is good. Embiid's got 13.
Yeah, good things happen when Embiid has the ball in his hands. I mean, this guy can do it all.
Beal against Gordon. Now here's Beal, guarded closely. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. The Sixers lead by 4. Lowry outside. Martin outside. Here's the teardrop. O'Neal pulls it in. Phoenix has gone 6 of 14 from the perimeter tonight. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. All right, Doris, you think this heliocentric style of play can lead to championship success?
Brian, this is such a big-time question, and I think a difficult one to answer. By heliocentric, we mean that the best player on your team is making up a greater percentage of the usage, meaning the ball is in their hands more. What that has led to are some of the most efficient offenses in the history of the game. But does it lead to championships? That is the answer to the question we all seek.
Jones, he's checked in for the Suns. And that's good as he hits both shots. And Gordon has got the ball here for Philadelphia. A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. Here's Embiid. Look at Embiid with the skilled finish.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
Suns trail by 4. Beal outside. Pass to Jones. Shot clock at 6. The Suns need to get off a shot. Plumlee, no good. Philadelphia leading by 4. Oh, there's the alley. Oh, Beal picks his pocket. Outside Jones. Plumlee, a screen on Lowry. Inside. Slam dunk by Plumlee.
Well, Tyus Jones in pick and roll action is just so solid, folks. Always makes the right decision.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Martin outside. Here's Embiid. That shot is off. Ooh, good D by Plumlee. The Suns have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Pass to Beal. Down low. Here's Dunn. He nails it, and we're tied. Dunn's got his first bucket in this one.
Well, a terrific secondary playmaker. Beal with a nice find.
The 76ers have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Martin with a screen on Jones. Jones against Lowry. Pass to Martin. 5 on the clock. Late clock. The Sixers need to put one up here. And here's Gordon from the arc. Philadelphia with another miss. Phoenix has gone 6 of 14 from the perimeter tonight. Jones, the pass to Dunn. Beal from outside. 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
Well, some guys over the course of their career just keep developing, and Bradley Beal came in as a sweet shooter, and he continues to do it.
To halt the run. Deflected. Tries it from 19. Again, the Suns good for 2. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Suns.
Well, their length and anticipation reflected in their shot blocking totals, making the extra effort to close things out.
And boy, have they started out quick, running the floor, taking advantage of their speed.
To the inside, Martin. No stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity at a three-point play. It goes on Mason Plumlee. Philadelphia shooting their 7th free throw attempt here. Booker, he's checked in for Dunn.
One shot.
Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Outside Booker. Pass to Beal. And then Beal with the dunk.
Well, Bradley Beal works so hard to find the opportunities on the offensive end. He knows he's responsible to carry the load.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Now that we're into the new year, how about a check on the Eastern Conference standings? You take a look at Philadelphia, way down in the conference standings. Lots of ground to make up in the final half of the year.
Checking out Philadelphia, they've really been floundering so far. I mean, I think everyone is really surprised at what a struggle it's been.
You hit it on the head. And they have a bunch of individual pieces that simply don't fit together. And it's led to a hugely disappointing season.
Now here's Embiid. He's got 15. Can't hit from in close. And it's Phoenix's ball. They're on a 13-5 run. It's Booker on the wing. He's covered by Oubre. And Embiid with the block.
And you have to be aware of Embiid at all times. He's an outstanding shot blocker.
And the fans love seeing incredible moments on defense like that block.
You know, you can't ask for any better defense than that. He responded so fast to the shooter, and it stifled him.
Shot from the inbound. 76ers trail by 4. Here's Lowry. O'Neal pulls it in. And Booker has got the ball here for the Suns. Outside O'Neal, pass to Jones. Three-pointer off the mark.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Doris, in terms of assist-to-turnover ratio, Tyus Jones normally leads the league.
B.A., this guy is such a steady hand at the lead guard position. Tyus always makes excellent decisions, plays within himself, and plays mistake-free basketball.
The Suns have gone 5 of 10 in the second quarter. Beal against Martin. Beal, no good. Philadelphia's gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Oubre. And here we have the top free throw shooters in the league right now. Second is Joel Embiid.
He's not a guy you want to foul. He's so calm at the line, sinks his free throws with ease.
And the 76ers with some changes. George, he's checked in for Martin, and it's 𝗵𝘳 in for Lowry. And the Suns also making a change. Durant, he's checked in for O'Neal. The Suns leading. Outside Durant. Back to Beal. George with the block.
That's just staying with your man, anticipating what he's thinking, and great instincts on the block from Paul George.
And he recovers it. And here's Oubre from the arc. Durant pulls it in. Phoenix has got 7 of their 16 three-point attempts to go in. Oubre against Booker. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
How about the ability to adjust after the contact? Booker, the score in the and one.
He shot 2 free throws in the game. He's made 1 and missed 1. Phoenix making a switch here. O'Neal's checked in.
Zero wasted trips. They're doing their job at the line.
76ers trail by 5. Outside 𝗵𝘳. Pass to Embiid. Lets a floater go. And it's rejected. And so it looks like it'll be Philadelphia ball. And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
Showing no signs of giving up this lead. That block sent shockwaves into the opposition sails.
Six on the shot clock. For 3, 𝗵𝘳. He's got it. 3 for 7 now.
Ooh, the range of 𝗵𝘳 is pretty impressive. He is consistent from beyond the arc.
And the timeout called by Mike Budenholzer. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players could learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous.
Outside O'Neal. They set the pick. Shoots over George. That shot is good by O'Neal. So it's Philadelphia now, trailing by 4. And here's George. A 17-point game for him in the win against the Nets in Brooklyn. The shot off that time. Durant against Maxey. Durant, the pass to Booker. On the take, Booker. The rebound by Embiid. Philadelphia's gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
See, Kelly Oubre understands how to take advantage of his athleticism on the interior. That's nice.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Shoot 2.
No good on that one.
Kelly Oubre Jr. entered this league as a dynamic athlete, excellent in the open floor, but give this young man credit. He's worked hard to develop the perimeter game that's absolutely critical to success.
Martin, he's checked in for the Sixers. Dunn, he's checked in for the Suns. And he can't make the second free throw either. He missed them both. When you look at the career of Kevin Durant, he's had an amazing list of teammates, Grant.
Yeah, that's true, B.A. And it started with Westbrook and Harden. Then he had Steph, Clay, and Dre, Kyrie, and then Booker and Beal. That is quite the list.
Jones against Maxey. And it falls. 4 for 8 for him from the floor.
Such a flashy player. The ball control Maxey has is really impressive.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, the Sixers' 2 stars make a great pairing. Maxey said of Embiid, since I was a rookie, he's had the ultimate faith and believed in me. And Embiid said of Maxey, he's something else. Always smiling with the same energy, good games, bad games, always the same. People like that set the tone for everybody else. Brian?
That's a good call, Allie. Thank you.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Booker fires from way outside. Another 3 for Phoenix.
If Devin Booker's cooking, it's a wrap, folks. This guy makes the game look easy.
George outside. Dunn with a steal. And the Suns pushing it up now. Here's Jones. And he gets it to go. 4 for 6 so far. And Maxey's got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. It's a 10-point game. Shot clock at 5. Rebounded by Dunn.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
Booker, the pass to Dunn. Now Plumlee. Here's Jones. Maxey covering. Durant inside. He's against Martin. Fades and shoots. And it's Phoenix with another.
Ooh, they've been on fire from deep this quarter. Their percentage has been rising and rising.
There's a screen for 3. Maxey knocks it down from distance. Maxey's got 16 points.
Well, after hitting 0 from distance in the first, that's his second make this quarter.
Jones, the pass to Durant. Rebound by Philadelphia. We've got 1:28 left in the second. Back to Maxey. The 3 is up. Again, Maxey missing. The Suns lead by 9. Here's Booker. Ooh, against inside resistance. Booker still good.
We've come to expect this from Devin Booker. This guy is a relentless force on the offensive end.
Philadelphia has gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. There's a screen for 3. 𝙭. Rebounded by Dunn.
Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Durant, the pass to Jones. This one for 3. Booker can't get it to go. Philadelphia shooting an average of 43% from the floor. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight.
In their previous game, he simply couldn't miss from the line.
Andre Drummond is checked in for the Sixers. Jusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for the Suns. Bradley Beal comes in for Dunn. And the free throw, no good.
Well, he's still scoring, but he's gotten away from his first quarter approach when he was attacking the defense and drawing foul after foul.
76ers trail by 9. George for 3. His 4th make in 5 tries. Solid start for him.
Gorgeous. That pull-up jumper is simply gorgeous. Paul George rises above everyone.
He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's the Phoenix Suns with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Looking to run whenever they can. That's part of why they lead. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
I'm here with Nick Nurse, and Coach, I saw you imploring your team to pick it up. Where do you need to be better in the second half?
Well, we're not very good offensively right now. I think we're taking some okay shots, but we got to be a little bit more patient and keep moving it around a little bit. Need multiple paint touches rather than just one. So we just got to do a little bit better job of getting off it and relocating a little bit.
Patience is a virtue. Thank you, Coach.
Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
Howdy, folks. The moment you've been waiting for is here. Before we recap the first half, let's see what the standings look like in the East.
Looking at Philadelphia, they hear the clock. Trying to coast through the season straight into the playoffs? Not how it works, fellas. They don't have the talent to pull that off. The effort has got to be there.
And looking back on that first half, it certainly hasn't gone as planned for the 76ers.
At the defensive end, I'm not seeing disruption. I don't mean just forced turnovers. I mean taking the offense out of the rhythm.
Yeah, I mean when your opponent is shooting over 50%, a lot else has to go right. And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Without question, Tyrese Maxey displaying all his skills today.
I'll tell you what, he's still working on his playmaking skills, but he's been tremendous so far in finding the open man.
Well, what he did was sustain it throughout the first half. He ran the offense to absolute perfection.
Here's Booker. Maxey and Oubre pair up at the 1 and the 2. Then there's Paul George. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Yabusele in at the 4. That's the group for Nick Nurse getting going here in the second half. And Embiid with the block. George against Beal. And here's 𝗰𝙂 from the arc. It's hauled in by the Suns. Booker for three. Ooh, Booker from range. Pure.
You've got to be there on the catch if Devin Booker gets an opportunity from the perimeter. This guy too good a shooter.
Here's 𝗵𝘆𝘂. 𝗵𝘁𝘂 with a screen on Durant. George outside. Out to the right wing. Pass to 𝗰𝙗. Just 4 to shoot. 4-3. George, good. George has got 12 points.
Well, Paul George says, I can answer with my own big-time three-point shot. Go to work, PG.
Back to Jones. Outside Booker. From deep. Rebound by Philadelphia. 𝗵𝘁𝘂's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's 𝗵𝘆𝘂. 90 seconds into the second half now. Here's 𝗵𝘁𝘂. And he drops it in from the low post. 𝗵𝘁𝘂's got 20.
You know, 𝗵𝘁𝘂's willing to play a secondary role, but he can also take charge when needed.
Here's Jones. He's got 11. Pass to Nurkic. Back to Jones. And here's Booker. Nurkic with the ball. That three's off the mark.
1 for 4 in the second half. Just trying to get into a rhythm.
Here's 𝗵𝘆𝘂. Now here's Embiid. Three-pointer. Kevin Durant pulls it in. Durant's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Jones. Booker with it. He's covered by 𝗰𝙗. Nurkic a screen on 𝗰𝙗. Booker drawing the double. Jones from outside. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient.
Now here's 𝗵𝘁𝘂. 20 points for him. Pass to Embiid. And Durant with the block.
I think it's probably the most underrated aspect of Kevin Durant's game. He's elite defensively and sends that shot back.
And here's Beal from behind the arc. That's good. And so Durant with the assist. Beal's got 15.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Now here's Booker. He's got 18 to the paint. Here's Durant. KD jams it straight down.
Yeah, Kevin Durant, you allow him a path to the cup, look out.
A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Outside 𝗰𝙗. Embiid high post. The fadeaway. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. Durant's got 5 rebounds in the game. Over the last few years, Bradley Beal has had an unfortunate string of injuries, Doris.
BA, that's putting it mildly. If you go back to the 2019 season, he hasn't played more than 60 games since that year. Obviously, when he's healthy, this is one of the great shooters and ball-handling guards in the league. He has the physical stature and ability to be outstanding on the defensive end. It's just hard watching him get robbed of so many of these prime years.
Nice shot by George.
What a wonderful shot to have in your arsenal. 3-level scorer, gets to the midi. We see you, PG.
Jones, the pass to Durant. Back to Jones. Pass to Booker. Over 𝗰𝙗. And there's Booker. That one's good. On the assist from Jones.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Embiid passes to George. 𝗰𝙗 on the wing. Here's 𝗵𝘆𝘂, guarded by Durant. Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle.
Yeah, and you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Phoenix.
I mean, they've played some beautiful basketball all game. The passing has been impressive, and it's opened up things with their ball movement.
And their fast break has also been a key metric in this one. They have had a significant advantage in transition over the course of this game.
The first free throw is good. No good on the second free throw. And so Durant will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Here's Booker. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Booker's got 7 points for the quarter. 76ers trail by 10. Outside 𝗰𝙂. Pass to Embiid. Over Nurkic. Down low. Embiid puts it in.
I love the confidence Embiid plays with, especially this close to the rim.
Outside Durant. Jacks up a 3. Yes, and it's Booker with the setup. Booker's got 3 assists now in this one.
You know, we talk all the time about how important it is to have bigs who can stretch the floor. An example there.
Now here's Embiid. 17 points in the game. Embiid, a screen on Beal. Really left him alone that time. George has got 20.
Well, individually, he is doing everything he can in this 12-minute session, but he's just not getting enough help.
Outside Booker. Nurkic, a screen on 𝗰𝙂. Good chance here for Booker. Had the space there, but it's offline.
And unlike some other guys, missing a wide-open look won't hurt his confidence at all.
𝙭𝘵 against Jones. Screen by Embiid. George for 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
When this guy starts hitting threes, watch out. He's just pouring it on this half.
Beal outside. Back to Booker. Oh, a tough make from Booker.
Well, that's what you call a tough 2, because if you're in the lane at D-Book size, you never know what could happen.
Outside 𝗰𝙂. George against Beal. And Paul George again. George has got 16 points here in the second half.
Well, they're not behind because of this guy. He is putting on a tremendous run.
Booker against 𝗰𝙂. Outside Jones. Pass to Nurkic. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by 𝗰𝙂. 76ers trail by 5. Here's 𝗵𝘆𝘂, guarded by Durant. Embiid with it. Over Nurkic. Embiid misses.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Now here's Booker. Misses the baby hook. 𝗰𝙂 against Booker. Here's 𝗵𝘆𝘂. Embiid from outside. The rebound by Devin Booker. Booker's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
He made a 3 back in the first half, but that's it. We'll see if he can find his stroke.
Beal, no good.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
𝗰𝙂 on the wing. 𝗵𝘁𝘂 surveys. Got it again. That makes him 8 for 15 for the night.
Sometimes the D likes to get physical with 𝗵𝘁𝘂. but he has no back down in him.
Phoenix leading by 3. And the timeout called by Mike Budenholzer. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players.
I don't think this timeout is just to give the guys a breather. Coach is looking to switch things up.
And as you know, it's what comes after that gives you some sense of what has changed.
O'Neal, he's checked in for Phoenix. And here now are the teams that have made a difference with their defense in the past 10 games. 5th best, the 76ers.
They've turned up the heat defensively over this last stretch, trying to force more turnovers. That's been their game.
Outside Booker. Rebound by 𝗵𝘳. Now Philadelphia with it. They've outscored them 10-2 during this run. Outside Oubre. Booker against 𝗵𝘳. Clock at 6. Shoots over Booker. And it's 𝗵𝘳 missing.
Well, it's a make-or-miss league. Sometimes the Jays just don't fall. It wasn't a bad shot.
And the basket by Beal.
How about the balance? Beal stopping on a dime.
𝗵𝘳 passes to Martin. Oubre against Beal to the middle. George. Ooh, Durant with some nice D.
Great contest down low. Allowing no easy hoops is a winning approach.
Now here's O'Neal. He's guarded by Martin. Three-pointer. Beal. Nice shot there, making him 8 for 13.
He's hit 4 now from behind the arc, 2 in each half, making an impact.
Takes a step back. Here's 𝗵𝘳. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. 𝗵𝘳's got 6 points in the quarter.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
There's 1:34 left in the third quarter. Beal outside. Pass to Durant. Outside O'Neal. Now Beal. For 3, Booker. Drummond grabs the miss. And so George will bring it up for the 76ers. They trail by 6. Outside Oubre. Booker against 𝗵𝘳. Drops in the layup for 2. 𝗵𝘳's got 26 points.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
The Suns lead by 4. Beal outside. Back to Booker. The kick to Durant. Rebound by the 76ers.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
Booker against Martin. Pass to Drummond. Takes a 13-footer. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good. And now just a 2-point Phoenix lead.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Here's Booker. In deep. Booker gets it to go.
Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
"20 seconds left in the third.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of the game.
Only 6'2", but 𝙭" got some spring in his step.
9 seconds left in the third. Now Booker shoots over 𝙭. 11 feet out, and he hits it. Booker's got 13 points here in the second half alone. Devin Booker, he's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for Phoenix. Between his scoring and rebounding, an excellent period. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. On the court for the Suns, getting the fourth quarter going. They've got Royce O'Neal, Devin Booker out there with Tyus Jones. Then it's Mason Plumlee, and it's done in at the power forward position.
When Kyle Lowry touches that painted area, he is aggressive to score it, and he is so able to finish on the interior.
Jones against Lowry. Puts one up from 19. Booker no good. The Sixers trailing. Lowry, the pass to Martin. To tie it up. No good. That would have tied it. Phoenix is shooting at 49% so far in the game. Booker will not be denied.
Whoa, what handles? Left the defender right in the dust.
Then effortlessly laid it in. He just makes it look so easy. Ridiculous.
Here's Martin. And it's all from three-point range. Phoenix leading by 4. O'Neal passes to Dunn. Some solid defense from Martin. For Philadelphia, they've gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Pass to Embiid. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
He can be such a physical force. It's so hard to keep Embiid from getting to the free throw line.
The free throw drops for Embiid.
They're one of the most well-rounded players in the game. Embiid is also a top-notch trash talker, too. I mean, he knows how to get under the skin of his opponents.
And Embiid drops them both.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Gordon against Booker. Pass to Plumlee. Jones with the ball. It's hauled in by the Sixers. Embiid's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Here's Lowry. That one's good. This game is all even. Lowry's gotten 4 this quarter.
Yeah, this guy has spent a lot of his career in the painted area and knows how to finish. Kyle Lowry inside.
And so it's Phoenix with it. Here's Jones. Shot from the low post is good. And the Suns lead by 2.
Well, that's a nice play. You've got to read the situation and go to your floater game when necessary.
Pass to Embiid. To the inside. Out to Gordon. Shot clock at 6. Back to Martin. Now here's Lowry. Defended by Jones. And that misses. That would have put him up. And it's Jones with the ball for the Phoenix Suns. And we're about 3 minutes into the 4th now. And Embiid with the block. Martin outside. To the left wing. Lowry with it. O'Neal covers. Oh, deflected. And it's stolen by Plumlee. Gordon against Booker. Pass to Jones. To the paint. Here's O'Neal. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
76ers trail by 4. Lowry outside. And here's Embiid. He's checked by Plumlee. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It goes on Mason Plumlee.
And the moment Embiid gets the ball anywhere near the hoop, it's over. Too strong to stop without fouling.
First one falls for him.
They're finding a rhythm from the line as they try to cut into this deficit.
And the 76ers making a change here. Oubre's checked in. Nurkic is checked in for Phoenix. Allen comes in for Dunn. And Embiid drops them both. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Pass to Allen. Oh, big finish!
Oh, did you see that?
And he jams it home with authority.
Oh, man, he got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. Oh, doing damage above the rim. That was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now here's Lowry. Oubre, a screen on Jones. For 3, Lowry knocks down the triple. Lowry's got 7 points here in the quarter.
Put the ball in Kyle Lowry's hand in a pick and roll, and he will pull all the right strings.
Booker, the pass to Jones. Shot is up. And the Suns getting another bucket right there. 76ers trail by 3. Lowry outside. Pass to Embiid. Now Martin. Booker defending. Now here's Oubre. Lowry outside. Just 5 on the clock. Screen by Embiid. Tries again. Embiid just punishing him on the glass.
And that's the hunger that Embiid plays with. He just gobbles up the miss and goes back up for the score.
Outside Booker. Shoots over Oubre. Booker no good. The 76ers have got 4 of 8 shots to drop here in this final quarter. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
A short corner 3 works for Kelly Oubre. Nice smooth shot.
for Phoenix. They've got 5 out of 10 shots to drop here in the final quarter. Back to Booker from deep three-point range. And it's Martin with the rebound. Martin's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Lowry outside. Pass to Embiid. Down low. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Hey, when you start locking it down at the line, good things tend to happen.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Philadelphia.
They've been slippery getting into the lane all game long, putting that help defense to the test.
And the other thing, guys, credit their game plan. They've been getting the looks they want, and they are executing at a high level.
And he makes the first.
They're doing great work at the free throw line this half. That bodes well for their chances to close out this game.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Suns trail by 3. Durant finds Beal. Nurkic against Embiid. Here's O'Neal. Another shot. The shot no good. Some solid defense from Martin. Philadelphia's gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the 4th quarter. Oubre passes to Martin. Outside 𝙭𝑐𝘂. Nurkic with some nice D. The Suns shooting just 38% here in the 4th. Pass to Durant. Durant, so effective inside.
Kevin Durant just lighting up the stat sheet right now. He's in a rhythm, and that's trouble.
And so it's 𝙭𝑐𝘂 with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. They lead by 1. Got a piece of it. Now here's Nurkic. And here's Durant. Durant powers through the contact to finish inside.
Well, this is what makes Kevin Durant maybe the greatest all-around scorer in the game today. Equal proficiency from every spot on the floor.
So it's Philadelphia now. And timeout is called by Nick Nurse, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. Paul George, he's checked in for Martin. Devin Booker, he's checked in for the Suns. Jones comes in for Morris. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse had to say to the team. He applauded their shooting and their shot selection, saying, "We're taking the right threes, not forcing anything. Keep doing that, and they'll continue to fall." Makes the game easy, doesn't it?
And Allie, thank you for that. Here's 𝗵𝘁𝘂. It's a one-point game. George outside. 𝗰𝘆𝗽 finds Embiid. Over Nurkic. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Embiid's got 25 points in the game. Coming down the stretch, it's still anyone's game.
Incredible effort and energy on both sides. These guys must be gassed.
The Suns have gone 7 for 15 in the fourth. Jones feels it out. Pass to 𝗵𝘆. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. That's on Joel Embiid.
Bradley Beal is one of the most difficult individuals to guard in the league. No surprise he comes up with the drawn foul there.
Shooting 2.
And he drops the first.
Well, Bradley Beal is the epitome of being a triple threat. He can drive it, pass it, shoot it. The complete package on the offensive end, that defines Bradley Beal.
And Beal drops them both.
Yeah, Bradley Beal's versatility at the offensive end, it's just so valuable. He can shoot it, he can drive it, make plays for others, and he's smart.
Here's Yabusele. Here's Embiid. And the shot falls short that time. Pass to Durant. Outside Booker. Uses the glass on the layup. Booker's got 17 points here in the second half.
Well, you love his effort level, right? Particularly when it's winning time. He is going for the finish.
76ers trail by 3. 𝗵𝘁𝘂 with it. Up and in on the layup. 𝗵𝘁𝘂's got 32 points.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And this is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
Pass to Nurkic. Outside Booker. And here's Durant. Outside Booker. 6 to shoot. Rebound by the 76ers. George passes to 𝗵𝘁𝘂. Back to George. Now 𝗵𝘁𝘂. Now Embiid. Outside 𝗵𝘁𝘂. The 3-ball. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. Nurkic has got 11 rebounds in the game.
Well, 2 long-range bombs in the first, but that's stalled out right now.
Booker, good.
Building confidence in that deep ball. 1 from distance in the first, 2 in the second.
George outside. 𝗵𝘁𝘂 with a screen on Beal. George for 3. Gets the 3-ball to go. George has got 28 points for the game.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
Here's Nurkic. The rebound by Embiid. Embiid's got rebound number 13 tonight with that. One. Here's 𝗰𝘆𝗽. Oh, and they take the lead.
You have got to respect that about 𝗰𝘆𝗽. He believes in himself even in the tight spots of the game.
And Booker has got the ball here for the Phoenix Suns. Fires from deep. The rebound by Embiid. Philadelphia has gone 3 of 6 from downtown so far in the fourth. George for 3. It's hauled in by the Suns. Nurkic has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Booker. Joel Embiid with the board. The Sixers leading. Inside. Here's 𝙭. Banked it in off the glass. 𝙭's got 34 points.
Oh, commanding the ball in big spots. 𝙭is so fearless.
Phoenix has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Here's Booker. D-Book! Good through contact.
There is nothing Devin Booker relishes more than the opportunity to put the ball in the basket at a critical juncture. Yes, sir.
Well, the 76ers shooting an even 50% since the fourth quarter got underway. 𝙭passes to George. Takes the 3. Embiid. Great positioning on the putback.
These are the moments Embiid loves. Enjoys being the player for this team to take and make clutch shots.
Now here's Booker. A step back shot. It falls! And that one brings them within 1.
And the stakes were high right there. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Embiid against Nurkic. Embiid can't hit. And it's Phoenix's ball. Durant finds Booker. Yes!
Oh, the elite competitor that Devin Booker is. Big moment to be had. Yes, it's his time.
And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. All right, guys, how do you see him managing the next possession?
With the time left, I think they've got to be looking for a quick shot here.
Timeout, 30 seconds left to play in the fourth. And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. All right, what are the considerations at this late juncture?
This is where your coaching is so important. They need a really good play now.
Well, this is a chance to take the lead, so you've got to draw up a play to make it happen.
30 seconds left in the final quarter. 𝙭𝘵 passes to Oubre. Embiid with it.
And you have to try to make something happen. I mean, they have to be aggressive at this point, even if it's risking a foul.
He hits the first one, and that ties this game up. And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives him a lead.
In tense situations at the line, they can count on him to keep his cool.
And the timeout called by Mike Budenholzer. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. Obviously, not a lot of time to work with. What do you guys think we're going to see?
This is where your coaching is so important. They need a really good play now.
Well, this is a chance to take the lead, so you've got to draw up a play to make it happen.
There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter here.
Oh, my goodness. Booker's confidence is off the charts. He's money in the bank.
They can't go empty on any of their possessions from here on out.
And no time to waste. Not at this point in the game.
Pass to Embiid. Over Nurkic. Oh, wow! A huge basket to tie the game!
Yeah, he shot the ball well enough to keep his team even. Let's see if together they can elevate past that.
For three, Booker. And he drills the triple!
He got off to a slow start, but it appears he's found his touch from beyond the arc.
So it's the Suns taking the W in a close one. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.
They really should take this win to heart. When the pressure was on, they stepped up and worked twice as hard to overcome it.
Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Kevin, this was a huge statement win for this team. How satisfying is it for you?
It was fun. It was fun. We came out and played hard. Guys played together. And this is all that I expected, man. I'm glad that, we was able to get the win tonight. We're looking forward to the next game.
Thanks so much, Kevin. Guys.
All right, Allie, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. And time now to introduce our player of the game, Devin Booker.